So, how did your mom react to that?
You want
Like,
me?
you told your mom, like,
You want me to tell you a secret? I didn't. All right, this album. It's still. I don't know when this interview is gonna come out, but this album. We're having this interview before this album gets released, right? So from today's point, I am telling you that I didn't show my mom yet. I
what?
didn't let her hear it yet.
When I'm lost, you got me home. Yeah. You, my whole world. Nothing is about being your number. You're 106 and I'm 94.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Hey, nice to see you again.
good to see you.
So today we're here to talk about your first solo album.
Yeah,
Are you nervous?
yeah. I am very, very excited. Yeah.
So to start the interview, I want to talk about something that I saw online. It was
Yeah.
a letter that you wrote when you were an SM rookie. You don't probably you won't remember, but I'll
No, are you gonna read it out for me?
yes.
Oh no. Okay, okay.
Okay, you said I will definitely work hard to become one of SM's famous stars and be able to provide the music people would like to listen to. You wrote that like 10 years ago.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right? Now you're releasing a solo album.
Wow.
And like being one of the most respectful, I feel like,
Oh
artists.
wow, thank you.
So how do you feel?
Wow. Honestly though, like when you were starting up this question, I was like, ah, this is gonna be cringy. But
No!
after like actually kind of like like feeling it, I was like, dang, after 10 plus years, I'm here with the Firstfruit album. I kind of feel proud.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud.
Yeah. So let's talk about the music, right?
Yeah.
So the album is like divided in four chapters, and the first one is Toronto, the city you were born, and you open with Toronto's window, right? You kind of want to laugh.
No, no,
Um,
no, because you're doing so good.
oh,
Yeah.
listen to the album a lot of times this week, so we're gonna talk about
Really? Oh, nice. Okay.
so we're gonna talk about it. So in this song, you talk like about dreaming in detail.
Yeah. I never thought that I could dream in detail, you know?
And when you're able to do this, it's like almost you have a purpose to live, right?
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Why did you decide to open the album with this message? Great question. But first of all, I knew that it had to be Toronto because that's where everything began for me. And this album is an autobiography. And so Toronto had to be the first track. But you know, it's Toronto's window. So like, I'm looking back to Toronto, like where it first began. I'm looking back and I realized, oh, I was raised, my mom raised me like this, my dad raised me like this. And I kind of wanted to put that message there. But before that, I had to say that for me to even realize how I can see the past. I say this in the song, like now I can see the past with a new set of eyes. It's just there was a realization for me that really just changed the way that I looked at my past, and it really had to do with my faith too in a way. And so finding that reason and drive and putting that into everything that I do in my life, that's kind of it's linked with my new way of thinking, and so yeah, that's how it came out. So the next song is 1999. I saw that you were kind of like doubting to put this song as the main single because it's like kind of obvious because it's the year you were born. But this song is like totally different. I was surprised. I was very surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It's
so,
very
sorry?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, go on.
No, I want to know that moment like you are, oh, okay, this song is going to represent the album because it's very.
Mm.
I mean, okay, okay. First, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't like a right away pick for me. When I first got the beat, when I first got the hook, I was like, oh wow, this is like this is something. But I wasn't sure that this was gonna be the song to represent this album, just like what you said. But there were other options and other songs, but in the end, I just felt like this was the best out of all the options. And then we thought about the lyrics in about 1999, and then I just felt like, okay, this is the perfect song for the album. And so, and for the genre too, like we tried so many different genres, like, because this genre is like, no one, I didn't even expect it, no one expected it. But I realized that I am the type of artist who can really just try and pull off so many different genres. And so, just the 1999 theme was what made me kind of click with the song the most. And so, I just felt like this was the right beat to choose. And yeah. And I really like how you sing the song because it's very 90s. You remind me a lot of Justin Timberlake. I don't know if it was on purpose.
Yo, 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 yo. That's actually pretty. That was exact. I thought of Justin Timberlake as well.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
so we're good.
I mean, because it started off like I was like talking with my producer, Tress, and I was like,
I've always been confident about my falsetto. And that was it. Like I just it was just I left it there. And then like gradually he was just like, okay, yo, I'm thinking about a song. And then around the time where we were looking for a title track, he gave me that beat with that falsetto hook. And I was like, interesting. And then that's yeah, it kind of began there. Okay, so after the song is the New York section, right?
Flight to New York.
Yes. And then after Flight to New York, we have two songs. It's Righteous and Fracture. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah, yeah.
So both of these songs show your connection to hip hop, right?
Hmm.
And I want to know why do you think hip hop reflects your time in New York? Yeah, I mean, I think you're very on the right track because, for each city, we kind of had to have a specific mood to categorize the parts of the album. And so New York, it really reminded me of, just like how, like the busyness of Manhattan, like the streets of New York, and just like, um, out of all the other tracks, I felt like the hardest and the rap and like the loudest section of the album should be New York.
Name somebody who could juggle three teams, still coming with the best solo album at the same time with no rest time, with no rest time. Back on my rover, keep up and down, look at me now, God is my power. I'm NCT.
And my A&R was like, my A&R partner, he actually thought of that idea, and I was like, okay, that's a good idea. And so we searched for songs like Righteous and Fraxia, so that's the hardest part of the album, like the strongest part, yeah. When I received the album, I thought this was going to be the whole album. So I was very surprised
Mm.
with other songs.
Yeah, 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 yeah. True, true, true.
Yeah.
It's only up until New York, and then everything else is just kind of,
Different.
it's like, yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Yeah.
very exact.
So Vancouver, this was my favorite part of the album, Vancouver.
기다릴게 네 생각이 떠올랐어 Vancouver 비로 변한 너를 기다려 오늘 순수함이 우선이 되어줬어 My Vancouver, my Vancouver.
We have Vancouver, Loser, and Watch TV, right? And I feel like in these songs, you really showcase yourself as a vocalist and also as a storyteller.
Hey, hey,
And
oh,
I saw you mention before that you really love to sing and you have a dream to be an author, right?
I did, yeah.
And why you choose this chapter
of your life to show like that you these parts of you, like these sides.
I think this was also after having like numerous conversations with my A&R, but we felt like Vancouver should be the sentimental section of the album. Very kind of, that kind of dampened the soul kind of. But and so Vancouver, even just from the track, it's very, it reminded me of the weather of Vancouver, And so and just I really like how you said that I think I put a lot of my storytelling creativity, like my creative energy, my storytelling creative energy into Vancouver, into Loser, and watching TV, just like what you said. And so when it comes to my vocals, but also just how I wrote the songs, I think I'm very proud of how the Vancouver section came out.
Yeah, I really like Loser because I feel like you sing a lot in the song, and I didn't know you could sing like that. So
I didn't know that I could sing like that too. But I tried it. And this was also like an influence that I got from Dress, but he was like, the like the boyfriend acoustic song of Justin Bieber.
yes.
It was kind of like, yo, we should have a song like that. And Dress was like, yo, we should try something like that. But as we got to, develop it sounded so good. Um, and the lyrics as well. I think I'm very proud of how it came out too. So
I really like how you say, I don't want to be a loser, but also I don't want to lose her.
yeah,
I really like that.
yeah, yeah. That's yeah. Yeah, yo, I'm glad. And it's first people will be like, "Oh, dude, he's in a toxic relationship. Like he's talking about toxic love." But it's not that. It's actually about me. No, it's actually about a love that will forever love you no matter how toxic no matter how
Stop it, stop.
like do you know what I mean?
No.
No, it's like no, hear me out, hear me out. I want to tell you. So it's about in the beginning, it starts off by saying, "Oh, I am hurt. This person hurt me." But in the end, so in the beginning, the other person is the loser for me. But in the end, I realize that I'm the loser because
You're losing
I
the.
still choose to love you back. It's just endless, unconditional love.
That's profound. Like deep.
Yeah, it's deep, yo.
So let's move on to so section. It starts with your feature with Hecha, which is
Yeah.
really nice. I like the
Thanks.
part.
Yeah, yo.
It's really good. But I feel like throughout this journey, you have two other collaborators. You have also Yoonji, the hypest girl, right?
Yeah.
And Crush. How was to work with these artists?
All right, like Headshot, obviously, he was someone that I always wanted to collab with, in a way, like since or even before debut. So he was the perfect choice, for 82 pressing. Leon G, she was also just like the perfect choice for Fraxia. She killed it in her verse, and we always kind of had our, our connection through like social media and everything. So everything just kind of added up. It was very natural. But I think Crush was the most unexpected artist for me to even contact. But in the beginning, for watching TV, I was like, wow, he would sound so good for a course like this. And so we actually contacted him, but he first actually said that he was too busy because he was on tour. He had a lot going on, and he was like, I don't think I can do it. And I was like, oh no. And so I was actually thinking of dropping the song because I couldn't find the perfect artist. I couldn't find the most appropriate, like the most, the artist that would sound the best on this track other than Crush. And so I was actually talking to my A&R saying that we should just drop it. But then we were like, okay, we should ask him one more time. And then the second time we contacted him, he was like, okay, let's do it.
Thank God, because it's like one of the best songs of the album. So I'm glad that he was a part of.
Wow.
So speaking of Hecha, you with him are part of like different groups of NCT. So you're part of NCT U, NCT DREAM, NCT 1, I mean, that's a lot. And how was it for you to find your own identity as a solo artist while creating this album? Like, there was a time where you were like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yo, that's actually the key point of the message of this album, because this album was a journey that allowed me to find myself. This album helped me find myself for the first time in 25 years. And so I hope that my listeners can really feel that. And that's why I put all of my personal messages and feelings and thoughts into this album. And I think my faith really had a lot to do with it as well. And my faith is linked with my identity. So I think a lot of those aspects were put into this album from like just in every angle.
And the last song I want to talk about is the song you did for your mom. That made me very emotional. Let me tell you.
Really?
After listening, I was a mess. So, how did your mom react to that? Like, you told your mom, like,
Yeah. If I want to tell you a secret, I didn't. All right, this album, it's still. I don't know when this interview is gonna come out, but this album,
after.
we're having this interview before this album gets released, right? So
Mm-hmm.
from today's point, I am telling you that I didn't show my mom yet. I didn't let her hear it yet.
What? No way.
Because I know that she's gonna be like, what?
I
Like,
would
when you
probably feel if I was a mom. Like, imagine having a child, moving through all those cities, and then this child become like a famous singer, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna put a song for you." Like, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna see how she reacts when the album comes out. I'm not gonna show her until it actually comes out, like on all platforms.
You're gonna have to
Because
after the album comes out, how she reacted.
yeah, yo, I want to see how she reacts. I'll try to film her if I can. I don't know if she'll be like upset or something. But I just feel I did let my dad hear it. My dad was really surprised. He was like, "Wait, oh my God, mom is gonna be like she's gonna be shocked." My dad was very very surprised. But you know, I was like, it's too late now.
Okay, to finish, I saw a video you recorded when you released Child, your first single. It was a video called Child's Diary. You were like very open about it, everything. And I thought it was very special, that video. So I want you to answer the questions you answered on that video in 2005, in 2025, after you released your first album. So the first question is, what do you think you are in the eyes of others now?
Oh, hey, yo, what's up? What do I think I look like in the eyes of other people? I think in the eyes of other people, they'll be able to know how um, how passionate. I think now I'm more passionate and certain of my identity compared to when I did that interview in Child's Diary.
And the last question, what would you say to Child Mark?
I would say, I would really want to tell him that the thoughts and the concerns and all of that confusion that you're going through it'll all make sense one day. And I'm excited for you, bro. I think I'll just tell him that, yeah.
I think everyone's excited for you. I saw the comments like you released like a teaser today, and I saw people sobbing. People like, oh my God.
This is so personal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think everyone's proud of you. Everyone's really, really happy for you, including me, because
Thank you.
I don't know, I don't know if you know this, but that first we met in São Paulo the first time,
Yeah.
and that was my first ever interview.
Oh
So
wow. Oh wow. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so in
I
a
know what that feels like. Yeah.
way, you made my dream come true. So like,
Um.
take this interview.
Oh.
You.
Yeah. And it's also it kind of links with the meaning of the first fruit because it's my first album and you know, like I think the meaning that the word first holds is very, very special to all people. And so I know what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Thank you as well.
thank you for letting me tell this story, sign, and thank you for everything. I hope you have a huge success with this album.
Thank you.
And that's it. That's interview. Thank
All
you.
right. See you again. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Bye bye. Don't be too sad that we're finishing the call.
Why would I be? I want to sleep. It's 4 in the morning, Brazil.
The first fruits of all your crops. Now that I can see the past with a new set of eyes, my life makes so much more sense now. First of the first fruits. Looking back to Toronto like a window. Ever since I was born,